Hey guys, welcome back to Kari's Kitchen. Today I have another special episode for you guys. This is another recipe that someone requested. Actually, many people have requested this, so I decided to do it. So today we're cooking lamb chops. These guys are some of my favorite cuts of meat. To be honest, I enjoy anything mutton that means both lamb and goat. Mbuzi choma is number one in my life. But yeah, so if you go to, this is obviously pre-packed, but if you go to your butcher, and you just request them to do for you lamb chops, and like you can even watch them cut them, and you tell them you want the bone in. It's very important to have the bone in. You don't want lamb steaks, you want lamb chops. So make sure the bone is in. Bones also add flavor to your meat, and you can tell the difference, to be honest, between stews and chops and steaks. Go to your butcher, request lamb chop. They, depending on which country you're in, they can be expensive or they can be affordable. For example, like here where I am, this is really expensive meat for some reason. Don't know why, but anyway. So all I'm going to do with this is marinate it and grill it. Roast it, whatever you want to call it. This is actually better if you do it on a barbecue grill with an open flame and everything, but it's winter here and no one's trying to go outside to barbecue, so I'm just gonna pop them in the oven. I'm going to take a Ziploc because this is easier than using using a bowl. So, in my Ziploc, I am going to put in, black pepper. Next, I will add in some garlic. I buy the one that's already been minced up because I buy my garlic already minced up because, let me tell you guys something, there's nothing worse than going to bed and your fingers are smelling like garlic. That's just absolute madness. So I buy it pre-minced so that I don't have to touch it in any way or form. I hate the smell on my fingers, like it never goes away. Next, going to add in some rosemary. I'm going to take 3 sprigs, and I'm just going to take them off the stem. I don't need the big stem in the meat, so I'm gonna take them off. To be honest, guys, food tastes way better when your ingredients are fresh. So you could use the dried rosemary that comes in packets and containers and all that stuff, but I guarantee you it's going to taste so much better if you just use fresh rosemary, fresh ingredients, fresh everything. And it even smells nice, like I'm telling you, it makes such a big difference when you do this. It's that extra touch of love in your food. Next, we are going to add in some mint. And I can't lie to you, every time I smell mint, it reminds me of vodka cocktails. Like there's nothing. You know when you smell something and you have flashbacks of going out? This is exactly what mint does to me. We're going to take the leaves off the stems, and then I'm just gonna bunch them up and tear them a bit. This releases the flavor. Like when your bartender makes for you cocktails, you see him smashing the mint with honey and lemon and all that good stuff. It's because when you essentially when you hurt the mint, you're releasing all the good flavors that it comes with. Next, I am going to add in some lemon juice, and obviously you can take a lemon and squeeze it. I am doing the most buying pre-processed things, but I'm just gonna add in like 2 teaspoons of lemon juice. I'm gonna now add in some honey. And honey is what makes it sticky, add some sweet notes of flavor in there. And finally, I'm going to add in some soy sauce. This helps darken the meat, makes it look more appetizing. And I'm just gonna add in very little because I don't want my sauce to be extra runny, but I want it to be dark. Also, you have, I don't know if I've mentioned this before, but you have to be really careful with soy sauce because of the highest salt content. And also it depends which type of soy sauce you buy. Like this is Kikkoman, is that naturally brewed soy sauce, very original, very, it even tastes different compared to the other ones that you buy in the supermarket that's light, dark, whatever. I don't know about all that, so I'm just gonna close it and mix it up like this. Just make sure everything touches each other. And then I am just going to throw the lamb chops in. And then I'm going to attempt to remove all the air from the bag. And seal it. And try to... Ooh, there we go. I'm gonna leave them to marinate for between 30 minutes to an hour. If you have more time, I suggest you do this overnight. 24 hours will give you the absolute best results. I cannot stress this enough, but for the purpose of shooting this video, I'm just gonna do 30 minutes to an hour and let them sit, and then I'll put them in the oven. So it's been 30 minutes and my babies are now ready to be put into the oven. This is going to be amazing meat, I promise you that. So, before you put your meat in the oven, if you had put it in the fridge, make sure that you bring it down to room temperature, which means you still have to wait a while if you had it in the fridge. So, a top tip would be to remove, for example, if you had left your meat overnight to marinate for 24 hours, I suggest at the 22nd hour or 23rd, you take it out of the fridge and let it sit outside in its bag or in its bowl covered up so that it comes down to room temperature, and then we can cook it. If not, it will make for uneven cooking and bad things. I'm going to get some tongs and I'm going to take my meat out of my bag and place it on my tray. I have already placed foil onto the tray, and let me bust a myth right now. When you put foil on your tray in the oven, it's not so that it's easier to clean the tray after, although that happens, but it's not because you don't do it because it's easier to clean the tray. You do it because foil is a good conductor of heat. Therefore, our meat will cook A, faster, and B, more evenly, because the whole pan is coated in the foil. And I'm just going to put some extra juices in here. I'm going to put them in the oven now for about... Okay, so total cooking time will be 1 hour. My method for cooking this in the oven is a bit complicated, but I'm going to do 25 minutes on one side, 25 on the other side, and that's on the convection heating, like the fan in the oven. And then, yes, 25. Then the last 10 minutes I'm going to put on the grill so that they brown nicely and have a certain crisp, and I'm going to increase the heat as well. And always make sure you put them in the middle shelf, because you want both the bottom and the top to cook, and that's when you're using the fan in your oven, the convection. If you don't do that, then the bottom, if you put them at the bottom, then the bottom will burn before the top has even cooked. If you put it at the top, obviously the top will burn before the bottom has cooked. Also, you don't want to overcook the meat, you still want it tender. I know some people are scared of seeing blood in their meat, but don't worry, if you do 1 hour, it will be both soft and cooked. Like no blood, no nothing. I know, I understand. So the lamb is now ready. I can smell, my house is smelling so good. Excitement. It smells so good in here. I wish you could, you know, YouTube has to have come up with a feature that I can pass the smells to you. So, about to remove it from the oven. We did both sides and the grill, and I opened and took a peek and it looks amazing. So let me take it out and show you guys what the end result is supposed to look like. So as you can see, we have done pretty well for ourselves. Don't worry about the foil turning dark, that's just the sauce has overcooked, but that's actually fine, and that's really because of the honey. But yes, our meat browned perfectly. It is the way it should be. I like my meat medium to well. Some people may like it medium just to get it a bit softer, but I have issues with seeing redness, so medium to well for me, and well done is too well done. The meat becomes rubbery. We're not gonna deal with that these sides. But yeah, you can see the meat is amazing. It is glistening. It is moisturized. We are here for it. So yes guys, that is my way of making lamb chops. Like I said, this is much better when you barbecue it. So use this recipe and take it outside. I know right now in Kenya we are approaching summer. So for December, why not use this recipe when you invite your guests over for brunch or dinner, late afternoon things, you know. I hope you learned something. I hope you take this recipe and love it as much as I love it. Apart from that, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment below, share with your friends, your family, and subscribe. And don't forget to follow on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter.